Okay, so today is a very important topic. We are going to be ranking photos of my cat that I have saved on my phone. This is a very important tier list because I loved my cat very, very much. He is unfortunately no longer with us, but I think this is a great way to honor his memory with an assortment of the photos I loved the most on my phone. So, without further ado, let's see what we've got here. We're going to start all the way at the bottom here with this fine photo of my furry friend. His name was Sparks, by the way. And this is a photo. You can see my suitcase in the background there. This is a photo of when I got back from a trip. I think actually I had just gotten back for winter break from school. And you can kind of see the room has some kind of cool overtones to the color. And winter is my favorite time of year. It gives you those cool undertones, and it makes your cat want to get all snuggly with you in bed. And so that's what happened here in this photo. I believe he had injured one of his hind legs, and he just wanted to come sit with me all day instead of, going and doing his regular cat things. And I thought that was really awesome. So I'm going to say this one is a B. It's a good solid photo of my cute little cat. There's definitely better photos out there, but yeah, this is definitely a good photo, good memory. We're going to go with B for this. Next up, same bedspread, same place, you can see. I'm not exactly sure when this was, but you can see it's kind of an avant-garde photo, a bit of a Dutch angle going on here. That not intentional. I'm not really a cinematographer, but I feel like my ability to take photos greatly increases whenever I'm around a cat, especially my cat. But I think I'm a lot better at taking photos whenever there's a cat around. And you can see he's kind of pondering the outside world here, one that he's perhaps not permitted to access. Obviously, he was an indoor-outdoor cat, but he cannot go out on the roof, which is where this is. My room was on the second floor of my house. So he's just kind of sitting here, paws aside, thinking about what's out in the great beyond. And I think that's worthy of a C tier, honestly, because, you can't even see his face. It's a photo of him thinking, which honestly is pretty rare. He doesn't have a lot of thoughts, or he didn't have a lot of thoughts, I suppose. And I don't like when he thinks. So I think we're going to go with a C tier. Thinking is not really a quality you want in a cat. Next up, this is when my friend was cat sitting, almost said dog sitting, cat sitting my cat. And he decided to put a hat on him, a cat in the hat, if you will. Now, this is a pretty good photo, just a little guy in a hat, and it's pretty cute, but honestly, I don't really like the portrait blur going on. I think the photo's a little dark, so honestly, not the greatest photo of my cat. Like, I'm happy to have it on my phone, but I think, honestly, this one's going to go in D tier for me. This is a good one. You can see this is the same room again. A lot of these photos were taken in my room. You can see there's a Christmas bedspread going on here. Now, you might not be very surprised to learn that this is because this photo was taken around Christmas time. Now, I took this photo when I believe it was the last day of Christmas break, either freshman or sophomore year of college. And I was feeling very melancholic that I had to leave home and had to go back to school. And yeah, I took this on the last day of that break. And you can see this is how I would spend a lot of my time, is up in my room with my little guy curled up, piled up in all my clothes. And he just loved hanging out with me. He loved coming upstairs and just chilling when I was there. Even we'll get to this later, but he would come sit on my bed for a few days after I left as well. And I just always have good memories of being on my bed with my cat. I really like the kind of melancholic tinge this photo has to it. I've got to leave this cute little guy and go back to school. I'm going to give this one an A tier. I think it's an A tier. All right, now, come on. This photo, this was actually not taken by me. This was also taken by my friend when he was cat sitting. And this is just clearly an easy S tier of a photo. I mean, look at this guy. He loved this piece of paper for some reason. He loved scratching it up, you can see. He loved going under it. He loved playing with it, just batting it around. I don't know what it was with this random piece of paper, but he loved it so much. And this photo of him outstretched, looking right at you. Oh my God, he's so adorable. This is just a quintessential S tier photo of my cat. I don't think you're hard pressed to find a better photo than this. So next up, we've got a pretty good photo. A bit of a candid, you might say. He might not have been prepared for this photo. And this is up close, another avant-garde one. I believe this one might have also been taken by my friend. But it's a bit, it's out there. And I think that this is a good photo, but it's not really very cohesive. And I think it's most worthy of a B, probably. I think a B is a good place to put this photo. All right, this photo, he's back on my bed again, as usual. This one, I don't really remember the circumstances around. I think it was just a random day when he was up on my bed. He looks great. Looks great sitting there. But to be so honest, yeah, I don't remember what was going on here. I think it's just a classic C. A bit of a C photo angle for me. This one I believe may have been taken by my ex-girlfriend. And you can see it's a wide angle shot, which is unique. There aren't a lot of wide angle shots in this album. And he seems to be staring at something, perhaps the wielder of the camera, and just figuring things out. So I believe this is a fine photo. It's cute. My room's kind of a mess. You can't really see a lot of his face. I think it's probably another C tier angle for me. He looks small and cute, but yeah, I think it's a C angle. This one, first of all, he looks very handsome. Looks very handsome in this photo. But another thing is that this is my mother took this photo and sent it to me when I had gone back, I believe, from summer break to college. And this was one of those occasions where he came into my room after I left, and I don't know if he just remembered me or my scent was on the bedspread or something, but he would go and sit in my room. I don't know if he was waiting for me or what, but he would just go curl up on my bed in my room, like I was there even after I had left. And I think you can find a better photo of the guy, but it's a real emotional moment, and I think that's wonderful. I think this photo, I think I'm gonna have to put it in A. It doesn't quite get over to the S tier for me, but I think it's a wonderful moment that I love and cherish in my heart, and I think that's worthy of an A. This is a classic Sparks. You can see it's just a normal photo, but he looks so weird and tiny, and it's really cute. He looks kind of squished in this photo. It's also an action shot. You can see he's actively walking somewhere. which is always good. You always like to have an action shot of your animal, and I don't know. I think this is probably another C tier angle. You can't really see a lot of him. Not a ton of cuteness going on, but I think the action shot definitely takes it up a notch. So it's a C angle for me. Okay, now this is me when I was younger. So these photos are very cute and fun. I think it's obvious that despite me in my Bring It On t-shirt, I don't know, what am I, like 12 years old in this photo? You can obviously see the star of the show is Sparks. He is, I think, trying to learn how to eat pancake. We were having pancakes for breakfast, and he curled up with me in my own chair. So he would have breakfast with us quite often in this fashion a lot of the time. So you can't go anywhere but S with this. I mean, who else? What other cat is doing this? You know, you just can't go anywhere but S with this. It's not even a competition. This one, very similar to the photo I just showed you a couple times ago when I had left and he came in and continued sitting on my bed. I think I'm also going to give this one an A. Big fan of when he went and did that. So that was nice. My mom would always send me photos when he did that. All right. This really shows. I told you earlier, I didn't like how he was thinking too much in that one photo. This shows you what I'm talking about. This guy usually had no thoughts going on in his head. You could put an egg in his face and he starts taking care of that egg, licking that egg like he loves it, like his baby. He just sometimes would not think at all, and we love that about a cat. We love when a cat doesn't think, and all he knows is love, cherish, and protect, and that's what he was willing to do with this egg, and it was beautiful, and I think that's worthy of an A tier. This really shows off my cat's intelligence, you know? Another one, very few thoughts going on in this guy's head. This is actually the photo that made me want to do this tier list. I think about this photo all the time, and I think it is a clear S tier. It might even, I think it'll be top of S tier. I think we're gonna spoil it now. No photo is gonna clear this photo. It's just not even close. So, yeah, there's your spoiler. The rest of this isn't really ranked within a tier, but this is the best photo. So, this is a photo of me. I was home on break again. That's a theme with a lot of these. And this is something he would do quite often, is I would be on the couch on my phone or watching TV or something, and he would just come and slot himself in right there, right in my lap or right next to me, like I was his pillow. And I obviously always loved that. I would, that happens and you can't move, so you're sat on the couch for like an hour and a half with this cute little guy snuggled up next to you, and I miss that a lot, and I loved when he did that, and I'm glad I was able to capture this moment, and I think it's worthy of an A tier for sure. This is another one of the you can tell he doesn't have a lot of thoughts going on. That was one thing about Sparks, is he didn't really care what you did to him a lot of the time. He was the chillest cat ever. I think it's been, I think I read that it might have been a characteristic of his breed. He was a tabby Russian blue mix, but the Russian blue definitely shone through. Russian blues are actually known to perch themselves on people's shoulders because they like the safety of being up high. And his Russian blue genes definitely drove him to do that. Not on my shoulders, but on my dad's shoulders. But anyway, another function of being a Russian Blue is that he was a super chill cat. Even as a kid, my friends would come over and like fuck with him, and he wouldn't like fight back or anything. He wouldn't fight or hiss or scratch. He would just usually run away and try to hide. When I say kids were fucking with him, I mean kids were fucking with him. Like they were chasing him around. I don't know. All that is to say, he didn't really mind if you did this to him. And I would do it to him, and he looked really awesome when I did it. So I think this is a B tier. Not as head empty as the egg, I think, but pretty good. I like this one. This one, another one where I'm just kind of doing something to him and he doesn't care. Sitting on that couch, watching that TV, and pretending to choke my cat like Darth Vader. This is probably a D tier for me, honestly. Like, it's good, but there are other instances of me playing around with my cat, which are, I think, more indicative. And also, this is just kind of an offhand photo. It's not set up very well. There's like a car insurance commercial in the background. I don't know. D tier for me. This one, look at this little guy. I mean, isn't this guy just adorable? I think this is a very simple photo, and simple is good, but you don't want to be too simple. And I think that's worthy of a B tier. I think it's a B tier photo. This one, another one of young me and young Sparks. This one, I think this might actually be the earliest photo in this whole tier list. It's pretty cute. This is something, I don't necessarily think he liked to do this, but this is something I would make him do. I would just lay down on the ground and put him on my chest and make him sit there. Like I said, he didn't really care what you did to him. He wouldn't like try to get away or anything. When I took my hands off him, he would be like, okay, like, you gonna let me go now? Anyway, though, I think this is pretty good. But I don't know. I think we can go with a B tier for this one. I mean, it's cute, but I don't know. I have photos I like better. This one. This is another action shot, and I think action shots are good. Close-ups are good. I really loved taking close-ups of my cat, but he's kind of again, too much in motion. He's going a little bit too fast here, and you can't really tell what's going on. It's a good photo, but I'm thinking we're gonna go with a B tier for this one. I have photos I like better. This one. This is another one of those photos, I believe, where I'm leaving, and I want to take a photo of my cat to remember what was going on in that period of time. And I think I was going back to school from summer break on this one. It was summer or winter break, and I wanted to take another photo to commemorate what was going on with my cat sitting on my bed with me. Remember what I had before I had to go back to school and slave away. And I like these photos. I like these kinds of photos. Room's a bit messy. I guess it's authentic, but if I had my druthers, I would probably not want it to be as messy. So we're gonna put this one at a C. I think this is an alright photo, but I have other photos of him sitting on my bed with me, so I think this goes for a C. This one, this is actually, you can see on the TV in the background, I am watching a tier list video. How appropriate. That is, I believe that is Hectic's. This is for all the real Terraria heads who know. Hectic ranking all weapons in Terraria tier list. That video is awesome. I love that video. Anyway, I was watching it on the big TV with my cat, and he was licking my hand. He would, cats love grooming. It's a sign of affection. And Sparks would often groom your hand until it was completely raw. He did not know when to stop. He just had that much love going on. He was purring the whole time, every time. And that shows how much he loved and cared about us. Even though it hurt us, we accepted it and loved it because that was his way of showing affection. Anyway, this was me when I was, I believe, home alone, and I just didn't have shit to do, so I put Hectic Terraria Weapons tier list on the big TV, curled up with a plate of food and my cat, and it was a good time. And this reminds me of a good time, and for that reason, I'm gonna put it in A tier. Now this photo, this is just, we've seen other photos that are just a 0.5 up close, but I feel like this is the 0.5 to end all 0.5s, besides that other S tier photo. I think this one's got it all. It's got cuteness, it's got the 0.5 distortion on his face, it's close up, he's going in for a sniff. You can see he's going in for a sniff. And it's utterly adorable, irresistible. I'm still gonna put it at top of A tier, I think. I don't think it quite breaks into S, but it's definitely one of my favorites of him. Probably one of the better 0.5 photos I've ever taken of him. And for that reason, it's an A tier. This photo. Now, I told you that this is something I would do, is I would just put him on my chest and sit him there and leave him there. And that is what you're seeing in this photo. I just laid down on the ground. I would do this often. I have more photos of this, but I would do this often. And this is an example of us doing that together. And you can see actually this time I let go of him and he did not leave. Instead, he seems to be looking at my mom and wondering what the hell is going on, because my mom is the one with the camera. And this is one of my favorite all-time photos with my cat. I think this is an easy S tier. I don't think you can make an argument for any other tier, honestly. So S tier for this one. This photo is the profile photo for this YouTube channel, and there's a reason why. He's in the same chair as the egg photo. There's a reason for that. It's the same day as the egg photo. I just put the hat on him instead of the egg. And I mean, look at him. Me and the cat, Christmas time, you know how it is. He looks scared in this photo. I'm pretty sure he wants to leave. Knowing my mom, we probably took this photo like 10 times and he was done and just wanted to go. Honestly, I think this is a D tier for me. It's a nice photo. I mean, all photos of my cat are nice, but I think in the grand scheme of things, this is probably a D tier. And last but not least, Mr. Distinguished himself. This is another avant-garde photo. He does look distinguished. He almost looks like he's wearing a kind of suit and tie. But at the same time, everything is off balance and wonky. And I think that really speaks to the dichotomy between the manufactured, maybe professional or outward facing life that we all live, and the internal monologue of many people, which is that of anxiety and uncertainty and insecurity. And I think this photo captures that beautifully in a single photo with one cute, fluffy guy. And I think for that reason, this has got to be an S tier. I think this is a great photo. One other note to this photo, it's from below him. You don't see that very often. I'm taller. I was a lot taller than him. He was actually pretty small. You might find it hard to believe, but this one's from below him. I got down to his level. So I'm going to put this in S tier for sure. So here's the final ranking. I think this is fair and good. And I thought it would have been a funny bit to just put every single photo in S tier, because obviously every single photo of my cat is deserving of an S tier. But that's a bit. That would have been for April Fools probably. And I think it does him justice. I think he would have been happy to see this tier list.